here. So I'm a pain-free movement specialist. I used to suffer from pretty severe back pain. So this is the morning stretch routine that I would do to make myself so I could function throughout the day. And also you can do the same stretch routine, during the day, if your back's bothering you and you need to loosen it up. Now, just to let you know, this pain relief is temporary. If you wanted something more to get you permanent, pain-free, never have to worry about your lower back pain again, there's other stuff that you can do. Search through my, subscribe and, look through my videos to see other stuff like exercises and whatnot that I recommend that you do to get a more of a permanent pain-free situation. So to start with, you're going to need a foam roller, a medicine ball, a stretch band, which you can't see, a stretch band, I don't think you see this, and a pillow or an Airx pad for your head. So we're going to start on the foam roller, and you're going to sit your butt on the foam roller. Take one ankle, put it on your opposite knee. Make sure you're just sitting on the cheek that you want to roll, not your whole butt. We want to get the muscles, not the tailbone. And you're going to roll up and down, focusing on getting all the muscles in your butt. You'll probably feel a tight spot either right in the middle or up near where the butt meets your lower back. So after like 5 rolls, switch to the other side. Do the same thing, roll forward and back over your glutes, the side of your butt, really focusing into the muscle. Again, you might feel a tight spot in the middle of your butt or up near where it meets your lower back. So after you do that, you're going to stand up tall, put the foam roller out of the way. And after that, we're going to start with some dynamic stretches because you never want to do static stretches cold. You always want to warm the area up. So we want to kind of warm the core and the butt up. So what you're going to do is high knees. So you're going to pull it into your chest, getting it as high as you can. Put it down. Do the same thing on the other side. If you need to balance, feel free to hold on to something. So pull it up, down, down. We're going to do 5 aside. Okay, and then after you do those 5, we're going to do butt kicker. So get your heel to your butt. If you can, do what I'm doing. If you're a little too tight, just kick your hip up and kind of slap your ankle. But again, if you can, bring it up, hold, really get the stretch, put it down. Oh, nice and tight. I worked out yesterday, so my hips and legs are a little stiff. Okay, now what we're going to do is straight leg raises. If you have no lower back issues, use a little oomph to get the leg up. Otherwise, just slowly pick it up. Just trying to keep it as straight as possible. Going to do 5 aside again. Okay, so this next one, if you need to hold on to something and stick to one side. Otherwise, if your balance is good, pick up one leg, reach for the floor, come back up to tall, do the same thing on the other side. Again, make sure you have your balance. Reach for the floor. Wow, my balance sucks today. Let's try that again. So reach for the floor. There we go. Up tall, switching side to side. No balance, whatever. And we're going to do 5 aside. Awesome. So now up tall. Be very careful. Do not round over for this one. So you're going to cross over your feet. Reach down as close to the floor as you can. Come back up to tall. Cross over the other way. Reach down as far as you can. Back up to tall. Alternating the crossovers. Again, we're going to do 5 a side. Awesome. So once you have that, do whatever you want with your hands. I prefer to keep them in front of me. And we're going to do lateral lunges. Take a big side step. Focus on stretching the trailing leg. Really work the working leg. Back to center. Step to the other side. Again, stretching, work. We're going to do 5 a side. So you keep focusing into those thigh and butt muscles, keeping that core tight. Awesome. So now that we're sufficiently warmed up, we're going to lie on our backside, start the static stretching. So make sure you are comfortable. If you don't need a pillow, you don't necessarily have to use it, but just make sure your back stays relatively neutral. You don't want to have to arch or anything to get your head back. So take one ankle, put it on your opposite knee, grabbing the leg, bring it back. Make sure this knee stays away from you. Don't let it kick back into your chest. And you want to focus on feeling the stretch in your butt and maybe the side of your hamstring. And always, for all the static stretches, keep it a medium intensity stretch. Never go above that. But do make sure it's medium so it's actually stretching. We'll go for another 10 seconds. Okay, switch legs. Again, make sure it's a medium stretch, feeling it in the butt and maybe the side of the hamstring. Do another 10 seconds. Okay, put that leg down, grab your stretch band, or you could also use a towel. I forgot to say that earlier. But put it around your foot or however you need to get your leg, straighten the leg, pull it back, feeling the stretch in the belly of the muscle, not behind the knee. Make sure the leg is straight. If you bend the leg, you're not actually stretching, you're just kind of contracting the muscles. So feeling the stretch, pull it back as far as you can. Don't worry about if it's 90 degrees or back. Just keep the leg straight. We'll hold for another 10 seconds. Okay, bend that leg. Let's do the same thing with the other side. Get that stretch band up there. Keep that leg straight. Pull it back, keeping it straight, feeling the stretch in the belly of the muscle. Five more seconds. Okay, put that leg down. want you to straighten that leg that we just stretched. Take the bent leg, pull it back, grab your knee with your opposite hand, grab your ankle with the same side hand, pull it back as far as you can, focusing on feeling the stretch in the butt. If you're super tight, you might feel the hip flexors of the down leg. Really focus, pulling it back. Do not let your lower back come up off the ground. You are not trying to stretch that. I will give you a tip. At no point when you feel back pain should you try to stretch your lower back. That will actually make the muscles tighter in the long run and exacerbate your problem. If you have any more questions on that, leave it below and I'll get back to you or do a video on it. So put that leg down, switch the other leg. Again, opposite hand at the knee, same side hand at the ankle. Pull it back as far as you can, feeling a stretch where your butt meets your hamstring. And hold that. Again, keeping it a medium stretch. Okay, put that leg down. Then take the first leg, bend it, and then take the second leg, bend it. Give your knees a big, giant hug, pulling back as close to your chest as you can without your lower back coming up off the ground. You want to just kind of pick the hips up. The lower back does not round. You want to feel the stretch in your butt again. If you feel it anywhere else, I want you to relax. I forgot to say this earlier, but if any stretch is uncomfortable or puts the strain in your lower back, skip it and just relax. Go for 10 seconds. Okay, put one leg down, then the other, and then roll yourself as one unit so you don't twist, getting yourself up to a seated position. Okay, you can see me. So now we're going to do the butterfly stretch. So sit up tall. Do not round over. If you have to round over to do the stretch, keep your feet farther away from you, just however far back you can without having to round. So stay neutral and tall. Push down on your thighs if you can, feeling the stretch all in the inner thighs. If you're just kind of can stay in position without rounding, don't try to force anything, because always keep the spine neutral, especially when you're stretching. If you're doing any sort of stretching, like static stretching, do not round your back to further the stretch. Like, it should all be coming from your hips. Like, we don't want to do any sort of stretching in your back, especially not now. Like, got to skip that until you are further along in your back pain relief journey. Okay, so now what I want you to do is stretch one leg. Put the bottom of the foot on the inner thigh. Turn slightly to that leg, but make sure you do not feel any strain in the lower back. Tilt from your hip. Again, no rounding the back. Reach as close to your toes as you can. Again, feeling it in the belly of the hamstring, the back of your thigh. Do not feel it behind the knee. Again, keep the back neutral. Oh, yes, you don't do that. Always keep everything neutral. But if you do relax a little bit, you can reach a little farther. But remember, medium stretch. Go for another 5 seconds. Okay, let's switch to the other leg. Again, kind of turn a little to that side, keeping the back neutral. Reach forward, do not round. Go for another 10 seconds. If you can, reach a little farther. But remember, keep it a medium stretch. Okay, awesome. Back to the first leg. And this time what you're going to do is take the other leg and cross over. Again, staying tall and neutral, no rounding. Turn as far as you can from your middle back. Do not twist in the lower back. If you feel discomfort, again, skip this. Or you can try repositioning, see if that, but if it doesn't, skip it. But again, stay as tall as possible. Go for another 10 seconds. Let's switch sides. Again, tall and neutral, no rounding, turning as far as you can from your middle back. Okay, back to center. We're gonna get up onto our pillow or Eric's pad, depending on what you have. Put one knee on the pillow or Eric's pad. Get yourself nice and tall, no rounding over. Drive your knee into the pad. Squeeze your butt, feel the stretch in the hip flexor. Then if you can, reach for the sky, feeling the stretch a little more. If you're super tight, you might actually feel it all the way up. But again, stay tall. Do not be like those people where your knee is behind your hip and you're driving it forward. You are not actually stretching your hip flexor. You are just aggravating the hip capsule, which will eventually lead to problems. You always want to keep your knee directly under your hip when you do the hip flexor stretch. I have other videos as to why stretching may not be the best for you for your back pain. You can search it should be pretty close to where you'll find this one. So this stuff is good, but there are certain stretches that obviously I'm not doing that could exacerbate your back pain. So pretty much if I'm not showing you the stretch here, don't do it. Again, squeeze the butt, open the hip flexor, reach up to the sky. You can see the morning sunshine as the sun comes up. I liked it better when the sun was up like an hour ago. It's too dark in the morning now. Okay, up tall. You need to find something that's between hip and chest height. So I'm going to use my sofa because it's just the right height and it's right in the same room. So you're going to put your hands on wherever you're using, bend your knees, stick your butt out, let your chest drop down, feeling the stretch pretty much everywhere except for your lower back. You do not want to be stretching that area, but you can pretty much feel your calves, your hamstrings, your butt, your middle upper back, maybe your neck, but no lower back. I'm going to go for 10 more seconds. Okay, very carefully up tall. And now we're going to do the hardest stretch. So if you have to, you can find something to counterbalance or hold on to. Move this over a little more. And there's no shame in skipping this one. I can't see you anyways. So drop down, push out on your knees. You can tilt forward from the hips, but keep your back neutral. Do not round to drop down further or farther, however that would work. Really keep the spine neutral. Don't pick your head up like I just did. And hold that position. We'll go for another 15 seconds. Oh, that felt awful in a good way. Okay, last stretch. Using your pillow again and your medicine ball or whatever you have to keep your hips stacked. You do not want to twist the spine. You're going to lie on your side with the top knee on the medicine ball, arms in front of you, and then rotate from your middle back, getting as far over as you can. If you can touch the floor, great. If you can't, just kind of let your arm relax wherever. I'm a little stiff today. Hold that position, feeling the stretch. There we go. Feeling the stretch in your torso and in your chest. Maybe not. Stiff today. So twist as far as you can from the middle back. Gonna hold for another 10 seconds. Okay, bend your elbow, roll back to center, switch sides. Open up very slowly, again from the middle back. Oh, there we go, the side's looser. Oop, make sure your legs stay straight. Don't go cockeyed like I must have. Again, feeling it in the butt, especially in the obliques, the middle part of your spine, maybe your chest. We'll hold for another 10 seconds, and then you'll be all done. Go eat some breakfast. Okay, bend the elbow, roll back to center. Very carefully get up tall. Ah, that felt good. So hopefully it felt good for you too. I forgot to say it, but if you do suffer from back pain, especially if you're just starting your pain relief journey, kind of stick with the first 4 exercise stretches, static stretches. Try to do all the dynamic stuff as much as you can to really loosen everything up. It will also help the core and the butt muscles start to engage so they know what to do. So, again, my name is Paul F. Sweat. I'm a pain-free movement specialist. The stretching, which is good, really kind of only goes to temporary relief. If you want more permanent, long-term relief, you can comment below, or I will put like my phone number and email address where you can get in touch with me and we can set up a session for more specific things that you can do to become back pain free. And if you want, we can set up an assessment. And if it turns out that I can help you become back pain free forever, we could talk about that in the call. So this is Paul F. Sweat, again, pain-free movement specialist, signing off. Until next time, train smart, train hard, train safe, train the sweat.